What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new Retro Reaper and Retro Crisis editions in the 9.3 Warrobots update, making an already terribly imbalanced situation even freaking worse. Because unlike other game companies who understand that skins are just cosmetics, here they represent a higher and new layer of power that is being sold to you. Of course! Warrobots. So, instead of 9,700 damage, we do 10,230 per shot. This time I also put the showdown drone on. You guys wanted me to do this on the Crisis? Because even more damage output when we open fire, and one-hit killing things even worse. You see, we also have more than 200,000 HP now on the Crisis right from the start. And you can easily get that to 400,000 or 500,000 with double durability extenders over a match. So yeah, let's play this new skin. By the way, don't get me wrong, I like new skins. I like to stand out. I think it looks cool. It is a good design, but they shouldn't be more powerful. It's just a skin, but this is Warrobots. Of course it's more powerful because it's Warrobots. And yeah, people who don't pay attention to me for just a second, like this guy over there in the distance, for 1 second he didn't anticipate that for 900 meters distance a shot can come and one-hit kill him. Even 1,100 meters if it needs to be. And yeah, we're gonna do this a lot. We're gonna one-hit kill pretty much everything in the game. As long as we do it here before the weapon gets nerfed, which we all know it will happen, because it's completely ridiculous and breaking the game. But the fact that it comes in is a more powerful version here, unfortunately just shows me how disconnected Warrobots is from its player base, from reality, and from understanding what the state of the game and what needs to be done about it, you know? Even if it's just small buff compared to the other one, it is still more powerful. Look at this guy. He walks out here in the open with his 100% freshly spawned Mars robot. It's also relatively new robot and gets completely deleted in a single salvo. None of his defense systems matter. Even if he had last stand, it doesn't matter, right? And the same goes for all the defense systems we know in the game. Lynx, Nether, force fields. We have the same with force fields of Aether and Seraph, right? Reflectors of Harpy, Hawk, Siren, even the Aether Titan, that's a relatively new Titan still, gets 2-hit killed in the air now, because its entire defense system doesn't matter against Reaper. And it's just really wrong, and we all know it's wrong, and Pixonic knows it's wrong, and it will get a nerf. It will happen. And then what will happen effectively is you've purchased yourself a 12-cylinder engine, and then after a few months they come around and take 6 of your cylinders and leave you with only half the power. This is the mobile gaming industry, ladies and gentlemen. It's allowed to happen here. Somehow it's not regulated. And there was a regulation a while back, you remember maybe with the loot box system coming with Star Wars Battlefront back then, and there was a big problem about it. None of these games would do loot boxes anymore at that time. They were all afraid of it because there were some crackdowns on it, some regulation happening with the governments. And then now it doesn't matter anymore somehow. We had recently, remember this Crisis? No, the ultimate version of Orkan and Spectre with the worst loot box systems we've ever seen in Warrobots ever. So it has gotten worse and then some since then. You see, the whole thing only lasted for a few months. Here, I killed 2 players with 1 clip. And next will be a luchador who is in his reflector. A Titan. And I'm just a tiny normal robot, and I'm shooting at a Titan in his reflecting this defense system, and I'm deleting 60% of his robot in 1 shot at max range. Oh my goodness, it's insane. So yeah, we all know it's gonna get worse, nerfed, and just keep that in mind when you're thinking about investing into this weapon, right? Of course, it's fun to play this thing from time to time, but honestly, there is no challenge involved with it, and even just playing it is not as rewarding as playing another weapon where you have to do something for your kills, where you have to do something for your success, you know? And of course, and that's for the playing player. The guy on the receiving end who gets 1-shot killed with a fresh robot from the entire other end of the map, yeah. So this thing, you know, we already have Volt, Gauss, and Weber in the game. Let's just discuss this a little bit, because they are very similar, but they're doing it in a less ridiculous version. They bypass resistance, but they don't bypass all defense systems, right? So that should be the case with Reaper too, if you ask me. And furthermore, they fire one shot, and therefore when last stand kicks in, that last stand will still stop that one shot unless you fire your shots in sequence. Reaper fires conveniently multiple salvos, so one of the shots will stop at last stand and the next shots will kill him after last stand, very conveniently after. Short fixed reload, unlike a continuous reload. Short and fixed and sweet with maximum DPM, perfect accuracy, convenient fire pattern at max range. Yeah, it's just in every way you look at it, it's broken. Every single way. And I really was thinking that perhaps Pixonic will make a nerf already, but instead they come out with a more powerful version, and that really kind of surprises me here, to be honest. Although, am I really surprised so much? Well, in any case, I'm looking forward to playing more Armored Core 6 sometime soon when the game gets released in August 25, because it's a game that does not need and rely on any microtransactions in any way. It's a full title that you can enjoy all the way from the beginning till the end from a respected game developer who doesn't care about microtransactions, who just knows how to make good games. And I'm really looking forward to this. I will be sticking with War Robots as well, because you guys are all here for it, and we're playing Armored Core together, and we're playing War Robots together. But I must say, things like this just show me and remind me that there are games out there who are amazing games without the need of microtransactions. And yeah, look at this guy, Typhon Robot with last stand, pop, full shield. Full last stand, full robot, freshly spawned in, pop. How do you allow this to happen, Pixonic? How? How do you allow something to this to take place in your game? Is it really so that when you just buy something like this, you get to one-shot kill everything in the game? Is it... Here's this Minos Titan right there. He had 80% health before I opened fire. He was gone after. Look what happens now. Look at this. Guy spawns in with a fresh Capri, boom, gone. It wasn't my team who killed him, it was me. My salvo, and I would have even, I think two projectiles went too far. It was already destroyed. I could have done more damage with it. Can you believe it? 8.1 million damage single-handedly from a distance. I didn't even capture beacons and I won the game with that damage, basically. So we're in the second match. Half of the video is over. Let's do some more sweet kills. And, yeah, have some more fun, if we can call it that. And, yeah, of course it is fun to shoot enemies and do a lot of damage to them. And feel powerful. And that's what Pixonic knows very well. They know this is a competitive multiplayer environment. And they know of the competitive nature of humans in these games. And make full advantage out of it. Look at this. It's a Seraph robot in the air, in his reflector. He should be almost immune to damage at that point. But, well, his robot is a few months old now, and this is a new weapon. Pop goes down immediately in his flight. With perfect accuracy, he gets sniped. This, he was his only... War Robot's dead, RIP, his name is. Unreal, I didn't see that before. And he phase shifts through his instant guaranteed death. That was a good move, my friend. You definitely prevented your death right there by phase shifting through that. It's the only thing you can do. Speaking of which, why do I have the healing on the Reaper? Normally I always run it with... on the Crisis, I mean. Normally I always run it with phase shift. That's what I typically do. So the Titan in the distance is using his reflector. This guy, he doesn't pay attention to me this time, so sorry, friend. And there you go. And he was gone, and there were still like 3 or 4 salvos flying after him. After he was gone. So that's how much too much damage there is. Here, this was a Heimdall Titan. We broke his physical shield and did 30% of damage to him with that salvo. Next shot will take the rest of 60% off of him. That's a Rook Titan. The other problem content we have in the game, in this case he gets shot by too many things, he dies. But normally even a Rook Titan It's the only thing that's safe from the Reaper. You do some damage to them, more than other setups do, but you can't really just one-tap those guys, right? Like you can do with all the other Titans. And yeah. So see, now I have like 140,000 health, but I'm almost destroyed. So if I'm full health now, if I would be at full health, I would have around 400,000 due to the durability extender. So a Crisis can actually become quite tanky even. So this guy over there, bam, 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 bam. Yep. Again, 3 or 4 shots just passed into the wall behind him because he was already destroyed. Teleporting down here and finishing off this guy. Pop. Nice. Taking the teleport back from the Imugi. Taking it back to here. And keeping on sniping from here. Fresh Seraph just spawned. Started in his flight. Pop. He's already destroyed. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to a little bit good mood here. I enjoy the skin. It looks cool. And obviously there are a lot of things you can play that aren't Reapers, that are still fun and that are not so broken. The thing is, of course, though, that players will inevitably play the most powerful thing. It's what players do. And you can't hold it against them because it's what's human nature. Yeah? They want to play the thing that's more powerful. But what we need here is Pixonic to help themselves stay relevant in the game and on the market with the game. And not allow things to overperform this much. So yeah, I can just advise Pixonic in this case to get their thing under control, sell a few units less, but make it so that players understand that what they invest in is something they can enjoy for a long time, you know. And that is, it doesn't need to be game-breakingly overpowered for that. It just needs to be made interesting. And some things really are, you know. Some robots, like the Mars, for example, is a very good example. I love the Mars robot. This throwing of the turret is a very interesting playstyle. It's something that makes this robot unique and gives it something only the Mars has. The Newton Titan is also very interesting because it has something very special that only the Newton can do. It can take and hover you out of cover to provide damage. The Newton video will be, or it's probably already out. I was really wrong about this. You can see it in the video. Check it out if you haven't yet seen it. I was wrong about the dominance of the Newton Titan. But yeah, so with the Reaper and the fact that they make it more stronger, I just can, to summarize this video, I disagree. I disagree with the fact that the Reaper even exists in this state, and I disagree with the fact that it gets even more strong. You know, it's just something that the opposite should be taken care of. And I'm not talking about necessarily nerfing everything about the weapon. I'm talking about nerfing the ability to bypass every defense system, because that's what's really wrong about it. That's what Of course, everything else is also wrong. The reload is too short, the damage output per clip is too high, and so on. But, you know, the real deal is bypassing all defense systems, because that means you can't even counter it, you can't attack it with your robots. And yeah, so that's something that should be done. Alright, so we've arrived at the end of this video. Let's see how much damage we've done in this match. I'm guessing it was maybe 7 million. It's my guess. I don't know. Don't remember how much it was, because this is a post commentary here. Oh, 7.2. That was a really good guess. 7.2 million damage done. And our friend Warlord's Dead RIP did the highest amount of damage in the other team, showing that he is in fact a player who's skilled, who knows the game, who's probably been in the game for a long time. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please come with me to Armored Core. Let's find a game. I'm not saying you need to leave Warlords, but let's enjoy another game as well that is completely built around happiness and enjoying a fully developed game in all its glory and perfection from a game developer who knows how to make excellent games and who doesn't need line of sight. Who doesn't need microtransactions to sell more things later down the line that are always more powerful than the previous and always can create this concern. Yeah, so follow me over there. Watch my Armored Core videos, please, because I really understand you guys haven't been doing that so much. It could help me out a lot to provide these videos to a greater following if they have more relevance and more view power in the algorithm. And if you guys would just give it a shot, just watch it, because I know you guys are interested in War Robots battles, in combat of mechs, you know? And that's what you get in its absolute maximum glory. I understand it's not a mobile game, but you know, you guys only need to have one kind of console or a PC or something to play it. And yeah, check it out. So see you around. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.